Welcome back, everybody, to another episode here on the minigame map, where it is time for us to have a little chat about what's going on here on the map, and kind of what to expect in the future. So, let me go ahead and start with kind of like the beginning of this whole absence that I've been having for a while, and that is basically because I went to PC. So the original plan was is when I went to PC that I would join my friend's server for a little bit, be like, okay, this was like a trip to the dentist. Didn't really enjoy it. I'm going to go back to console and just have a good time there. And I'll just leave PC behind. That didn't happen though. What happened was I fell in love with the PC, and that's where I wanted to be. It was like an amusement park. It was like, I don't want to leave this fun place. I like all the new rides that I can play, and I can't do this at home here on the Xbox. If that makes any sense to you guys. PC is a lot better to me now than what I was expecting it to be. And that kind of is why I left. I was like, the minigame map, I love it. This has been my baby for a long time. I care about it. I want to finish it. But the PC is so much better, and I can do so much more in such less time. So, what am I going to do now? Well, right now, me and Chris are working very, very diligently on trying to get as much done as we can. And hopefully, within 1 or 2 months, we will have this map completed to the point of where we feel satisfied with what we have done. Meaning, it's not going to be fully completed. Like, here, let me get out the map. Where are the maps even? I seriously haven't played console in so long. Empty map, sure. Okay. So, as you can see on the map, there's still plenty of green space. Like, there's approximately half of it filled with minigames of all sorts and shapes and sizes. And in all, I was wanting to have the whole thing filled with minigames. That was just my ultimate goal to do. And I was really thinking, you know what? It's possible. I could easily do this. And then over time, it just evolved into, no, you can't. You can't do that. That's just crazy talk. Doing something like that is going to be another 2 years. I've been working on this for 2 years. Most of it was by myself, and then a year into it, I brought Chris in to help do some redstoning work, and yeah, I mean, hell, this is one of his first major creations right here. Was doing the tic-tac-toe board, which I still commend him on. I mean, he's a whiz with redstone. I will give him that. But anyways, it just was one of my ultimate goals to have the whole thing filled, and it's not. It's just not. What I want to do is I want to work on the current games that we have. Kind of like this one. This one right here is pretty good, but it needs some cleaning up. I've grown through the years with PC, and I know how to do new buildings and stuff like that. Like, this is really, really plain. It's square, and honestly, I want to change things up. I want to get more elaborate buildings in here, try and make it look a little bit nicer, make it look a bit more professional, not so amateur hour. I mean, a lot of the games on here are really good, like Battleship and Connect 4, those were really good. Some of my first terraformings were actually even done here on the map. I mean, I terraformed this whole area from scratch. I mean, this was by far one of my biggest terraforms that I ever did. And this really kicked off when I really wanted to do terraforming for a lot of projects and stuff like that. And I mean, the minigame map unlocked so much for me, and like, I mean, I loved it. I loved how much I was able to do on here, and I'm really proud of myself for how far the map came. But overall, it's just not plausible anymore to keep trying to think that I can fill it up. This isn't gonna happen. So, like I just said, I'm gonna try and clean up these games, make sure all the redstone works and everything like that. Try and optimize, get rid of any lag machines like what's over here. Because I know a couple of these are lag machines right now, including what's on the ceiling up here is a lag machine. But mini games like this, like I was gonna have a fighter robot thing that was gonna be a mini game. I don't think that I'm gonna be able to make those anymore. I was really hoping maybe command blocks would be in here by now, but it just doesn't look like that's gonna happen. So I'll bring maybe some games like this onto the PC version. That's my ultimate plan, is that there's going to be a PC version of this map that's going to be identical, and it's going to have the PC lobby that we were just in and everything. It's going to be really cool and awesome, and that way this will be kind of like one of the first ever maps that's going to be console and PC. I mean, I haven't seen a map like that, really, that was developed on the console, for the console, but yet you can still play it on the PC at the same time. That's kind of my ultimate goal. It wasn't my main goal, but it became a goal along the way, and that's what I want to do. So once we have all the current games redstoned up, fixed up, ready to release for the final update, the 2.0 update, then this will be ported over to the PC. I will work on getting some beginner redstoning and some command blocks set, so that way the PC lobby will start to work. I will release it for the PC on a 1.0 alpha version. And anybody following on the Facebook page will get a link automatically to it. And hopefully everyone will enjoy it very much. Because I know there's a couple people requesting for the PC release, and at the time there just wasn't a way to port it over, and I believe we found some software that can do the conversion, but we still need to do a little bit of testing with it before we go ahead and say, yeah, it works. So that is the current plan right now, is the PC release will be on the way. When it's going to be on the way, that's still yet to be seen. When this is going to be released, that's still yet to be seen. There's just a lot that's still yet to be seen. And, I mean, I'm not going to give any dates. I'm not going to say this is going to be ready next week, because it's not. I mean, with college and everything like that, with Chris's work schedule, it's just impossible to tell. I mean, what's going on. So, we're just going to play it by ear, or work on it as fast as we can to get the final version out, because I know there's still a couple of little bugs in some of the mini games right now. I want to get those cleared up, get the 2.0 version out, get it all good. So that's the current plan right now. So I will post on the Facebook page as much as I can of what's going on and when it's going on. But as for right now, it's just stay tuned, I guess. So for right now, though, I would like to show you what I have been working on, which I already showed you a little bit of what I've been working on. This is the PC lobby, by the way, for those of you who do not know. But, like, for the first game that I ever made was Connect 4. So here's the lobby for the Connect 4. And down here will be, like, little... It was made to be on a server, which isn't going to happen right now. It's just not in our funding right now. I don't have any money to support a multiplayer server for this. And I was going to have multiple lobbies where people could join in and have 1v1 sessions. But instead, it's just going to be come up here, press a button, get teleported to the game with whoever you want, and then there'll be a button to teleport you back. It's going to be really, really simple, but it's going to be an easy way, and it's going to look nice. How you get back and forth from everything. So, like, there's that one, spleef, like, there's the classic spleef. You have the spleef that I made, the layered spleef, and then up above the world of spleef. But yeah, just different little things like that. Same way with Hot Hoof. Pretty much everything, every single one of these little things is going to be filled, and that's going to take the most time for me to make. It's just making really cool things. And then I got to make things like this, which personally I kind of like this. This is like this one over here is just supposed to be like a green lush forest. This one was supposed to be a desert, and I kind of changed it into a desert oasis and completed with desert temple and everything like that. I mean, I think it turned out pretty well for a desert terraform. But that's pretty much, yeah. There's just, I got to make 2 more of these, which I don't really know what biomes I really want to do for the other ones. The desert was one that I really wanted to try and make it kind of look lush, and I think it worked out pretty well, including a little sandcastle. And if we go to here, like these, I just don't know. That one and that one. Like, I'm thinking a snow biome, but I'm not sure if I really want to try and do a snow biome. I would do an acacia biome because I freaking love doing the savanna type stuff. I thought of doing an ocean with some islands in it. I've thought of a couple of different things that I could do, but I really haven't settled on any one, or even a jungle. I was thinking maybe do a jungle, but that one is going to be so tough if I try and do that one. But then again, it's a challenge, and I could probably do pretty well with that. Maybe even a swamp. I mean, hell, possibilities are endless at this point. So if you have any suggestions of what biomes you'd want to see me try and do, do leave those in the comments below. But overall, that's pretty much it for this update. Pretty much, I like PC. That's where the majority of my content is coming from right now. It's not really coming from Xbox, because Xbox is pretty much outdated. If I was to continue doing this on a console, I would port it over to the Xbox One or PS4 version, because I have both of those. So it would be a bigger world, more area to do this, as well as better processing as well, instead of the limited small map size blah blah blah. Xbox 360 and PS3 are outdated. So yeah, it's just, it is what it is. I like my console, or I like my PC, and that's probably where the map is going to be going. If you wanted to see more on here, I would definitely suggest going ahead and messaging me on the page, or messaging in the comments and telling me what you want to see, because TikTok time's running out to get any last opinions in about what you would want to see, what you want fixed, or anything like that. But yeah, it's just race against the clock now for getting this done. But we want to get this done. I have the motivation to get back in here and start working on it again, because I wouldn't be making this video if I didn't have the motivation to do it. But we're aiming for probably in the range of 1 to 3 months to get everything wrapped up, to get everything done, settled, kaput. And hopefully we'll be able to make that deadline. If we can, great. If we can't, oh well. We tried. But we'll get it out eventually, and we're going to work on it as fast as we can. That's about all I can really say right now. And I would just like to thank everybody on the Facebook page. Recently, for some reason, the minigame map page has been getting a couple more hits, a little bit more popularity. And that was like one of the things that was really sparking my motivation was, hey, people are still interested in this. And it got to the point of where I wasn't sure if people were still interested in this. And since I know people are still interested in this game, in this map, then I kind of want to continue making it. So that is the plan. That is everything right now. What the heck? I haven't even been on here and things are already getting screwed up. There we go. But yeah. So stay tuned on the channel. If there's going to be any updates, it's probably going to be on a minigame Monday. I'll try and keep up with those. I don't know how long I'm going to be able to keep up with those, but we'll just see how it goes. But right now, the updates are mainly all the way up here that we have these lobbies getting worked on. Blah, 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 blah. We have one new terraform area done with every single corridor originating from the center made. And pretty much we're working, which is huge. Just working in general. So, once again, thank you guys for all your support and everything like that. It's very, very much appreciated, and it's pretty much the only thing that's really keeping me doing this. So, I mean, I love doing this back in the day, but with me going to PC, it's kind of lost my interest, and I've been like, I kind of want to just port it over now. But I feel like I do need to go ahead and finish it for the people on the console, so that way they are playing what the PC people are having. So I'm going to go ahead and end it here, though. I feel at this point I'm just rambling. So if you have any suggestions about the corridors, or if you have any requests for a minigame that you would like to see in here, do leave it down in the comments below, or message me on the Facebook page. I always check there, and I automatically get notifications as soon as something happens. But thank you guys for your support, and I will see you guys back here in the next episode. See you later.